Guess who's coming to visit for the rest of the week? I teased as I sat beside Anxious. His ear twitched, but he remained on his side, drained of energy because of the temperature, now 32 degrees Celsius according to my phone. I didn't blame him, as it felt difficult to breathe, like the sun had incinerated the oxygen, and it was supposed to get even hotter. It was unprecedented, and the already warm summer had leapt to record-breaking heights, leaving everyone at the festival completely unprepared. There was a rule for music festivals, and it never changed. No matter what the forecast promised, you could guarantee rain, mud, and more mud. The only clothes you needed were Wellington boots, plenty of spare jeans, a thick, woolly jumper, and a waterproof coat, plus an umbrella or three, as you were guaranteed to lose at least 2. But for the first time ever, there was sun, glorious sun, not a cloud in the sky, and the weatherman had even promised it would remain in the 30s the entire week. Such a guarantee was as unheard of as a dry week in July, when you wanted to be outside to see the bands play. We watched people dash from the shade of their campervans or sun shelters to the drop toilets, pinching their noses after gulping down a deep breath, then trying to do their business before the air ran out, or racing back to their pitch when they realized they'd forgotten the loo roll. Others were checking the site, little more than a large field, now full of endless varieties of tents and homes on wheels. The great thing about Lydstock was how relaxed things were here. Nobody cared about your pitch size. Everyone was allowed to spread out and take as much room as they wanted, as the festival was limited to a few thousand people and 2 fields for camping. The music would be over 3 stages, the main stage at the top of the site close to the beer tent, with the others hidden away amongst the trees. Stalls had been setting up for the last few days, selling the usual boho and hippie gear, more bracelets than seemed reasonable, beads and crystals, pictures, the usual guy with a chainsaw carving animals and mushrooms like a thing possessed, and this morning, when we'd gone up there for a walk, the food outlets were preparing for the hungry hordes. More would arrive throughout the morning, ready for the grand opening at lunchtime. Having been to numerous festivals over the years, both large and small, this was about as good as it got. Lydstock might not have the big names like at Glastonbury, but it was a nice, intimate vibe where you recognized faces from years past. You could find your way around in 5 minutes flat. Nobody got lost, meaning children were allowed to roam freely as it was like one big happy family. And best of all, dogs were allowed.